Hi. Recently, we heard some news that India may be dumping its rice in the US market. So let's get a little bit into details. Let's first understand what dumping really is. So when a country looks to export its product out to other markets in the world, in case the product is being sold at a price less than what it sells in its own country, or if the product is sold below the production cost, then it is called dumping. Now, we all know that the minimum sale price or MSP that is offered in paddy typically stands in India at about 23.5 rupees, while in terms of rice, it stands typically about 34 rupees per kg. When it comes to US market, let's understand how much India exports. India's total overall exports of rice takes place in two forms. One is basmati rice and another is non-basmati rice. When it comes to basmati rice, India exports about 5.2 million metric tons of basmati rice valued about $6.2 billion. When it comes to non-basmati rice, that stands about 11.15 million metric tons, and that value stands at about $4.75 billion. So India is a significant and a major exporter of rice in basmati and non-basmati form. However, when it comes to US, its exports to US currently stand at about 237,000 metric tons, which is hardly about 5% of the overall market share and valued at about $335 million. And as far as non-basmati is concerned, that's about 65,000 metric tons, valued at about $57 million. Now, in terms of standing, US market for basmati rice stands at about number 5, while the US market for non-basmati rice stands in the 24th number. So, US in terms of basmati rice is a significant player, but not the top 3 or 4 players. The top 3 or 4 players typically are Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Iraq, mostly the Middle East country, and those countries account typically for about 28% of the overall market share. So when it comes to tariff, US used to tariff Indian rice at about 10%. And post April, it's now charging 50% tariff, which is significantly higher. So while there is some impact that can happen towards the basmati rice, the non-basmati rice is not much of an impact area. So friends, from our perspective, dumping of Indian rice is definitely not happening in the US market. And let's all hope that the US market and India trade deal happens soon. Thank you.